Hello and welcome to Paint by Blunders. Today we're looking at the Gaahleri Metallic paint range. Now I have the box of the full set, so I will test all 12 on the same model to show you the paint finish and just talk about how easy they are to use, any pros and cons, but mainly to see if they are worth checking out and spending your, hobby money on. So let's get to it. Our test subjects for this video are these Samurai Space Marine heads that I 3D printed and stuck on a kebab skewer because I'm hoping these have enough interesting surface sort of deviations to show these metallics really nicely. Now for the metallics themselves, it says on the back that these do not need any pre-thinning and that you can just airbrush them straight away and that they have really good atomization and that they also grip really well, etc, etc. But we'll test that. For my compressor I'm using the Sereneair from Gaahleri, and I'm also using the Paint by Blunders Gaahleri Aventis airbrush. So I'm going to use the accompanying black primer, and it's a gloss black primer they recommend, so that is what I'm going to do. And I've said this before in a few of my videos, the Kaleido airbrush primers are hands down my favourite airbrush primers. They are so good. Now the first paint I've picked out is Tungsten Steel. Now I've put this straight into the airbrush, no thinning, and I'm spraying at 25 psi and I am about a fist distance away. I know that's not the most scientific, but that's sort of how I judge my spray distance. And this goes on so well. I've used a few of the paints before, but this is fantastic. You really do not need to add any thinner to this. And this is how it looked after it dried, and it's super reflective. Really happy with how these are going on. Next up was titanium alloy. Now I really like this colour, and I'm also using a 0.4 needle for this. I use pretty much a 0.4 for everything, and they do recommend that you don't drop any lower than a 0.3, but if you do, you should start thinning it from there. Now I'm onto this silver, and I'll be honest, all of these are starting to feel very samey in regards to how they perform. They spray effortlessly and they have good atomization, but as you can see here, they do have a lot of different colours. Now on their website you can buy 9 and get 3 of them free, and it's a strange deal, but it is a good deal for the metal colours, and they are fairly cheap. And I do have a discount code if you so wish to use it, but some of them are quite strange. Now this is one of those, and that is zirconium black. I may have butchered that, but that's just how I'm pronouncing it. It is really good. I keep calling this Batman black because I just look at it and think this is probably, if I was doing a cosplay of Batman, I would probably use this on all the armour because it has just a tint of metallic to it. Now please do forgive me, I did record spraying all of these, but I figured that would be very boring for you guys to see me do the exact same thing over and over again, and I tend to hate reviews like that. So this is all of them, labelled under the same light with the same backdrop, and I've done it in such a way that I'm hoping you can just screenshot it and use this as a reference in case you so wish to buy any of these paints. But Dan, what about the golds and the coppers? Well, we're going to get into that right now, and I'm going to showcase a few of them. Scorched gold is the first one because I really like this. This is almost like a bronze tone because there is no bronze or brass in the sort of colour range, but for me this gives a really nice sort of bronzy effect, so I wanted to show that off. And the next one I wanted to show off was copper. Now I don't know where you are from, but for me copper is very orange in the UK, and this is not. It's a lovely colour, but it's a very lovely gold in my opinion, but there we go. Now consistency is the word I would use to sum up all of these paints. They all performed exactly the same through an airbrush. Now I do intend to do a brush test on these because it's all well and good having these for airbrushing, etc., but in the world of model painting, mistakes are made and sometimes you have to go back and touch them up. Now I do know a couple of the silvers do work for a brush really well. The stainless steel, I use that all the time on my miniatures, but I haven't tested all of these. But I will do that for another video because I want to keep this short and sweet to show you exactly the colours you get. So what did you think of the Gaahleri Metallic paint range? Let me know in the comments below. For me, I thought they were fantastic, really easy to use and absolutely effortless to get them going through the airbrush to lay down a nice even coat. Not all of the colours were for me, but it's an entire colour range, so that's completely just my view. What I do like, you might not like, and vice versa. But as a product and how well it performed, huge thumbs up. I thought it was fantastic. I do want to try their transparents, so look out for that video in the next couple of weeks. Thank you as always, and I'll see you on the next one.